welcome back to Flat Tire Farm. Summer is finally here. It's a beautiful day out. It's 62 degrees, and so we think we're dying of heat stroke. In today's video, we're going to get done as much as we can get done in the garden with the day we have. If we seem a little rough in this video, it's because, well, we were up till 2 in the morning getting the garden bed prepped and getting this greenhouse prepped so I can finally get the plants out of my house because they are a very sad state of affairs. Now Mr. Reeve is running the tractor in the background, which is why you hear all the background noise. But if you know anything about me, I cannot out-talk a tractor, so don't worry about that. We're up and running this morning. We got all the animals fed and watered. And we got the pool open for the kiddos. Come on, babies. Come on. The pool is open. How's it going, buddies? And now while Mr. Reeve is running the tractor, I am going to make beds in this greenhouse. I am surely not much of a shoveler, so I will spare you any footage or a time lapse of it, and I'll meet you back when I have my rows in. Okay, that is way too much work for me. I didn't get very far, as you can see. It probably doesn't look much different than just after we tilled it. But Mr. Reeve is really busy trying to do all the things, and so I just have to make do with what I got, which is me right now, and only need his help for the really, really big job. So I'm just gonna cheat, and well, they're gonna go in the dirt. Now this is gonna be the pepper greenhouse, and whatever odds and ends are left after I fill all the peppers in and see how much room I have left. Really, the tomatoes need to come out of the house, but this greenhouse isn't going to be big enough to house all those tomatoes. So we're going to put the tomatoes in the Quonset hut, which isn't ready because the garden isn't ready, and the Quonset hut's going to go in the garden, yada, yada, yada. It still needs a greenhouse cover. So I'm just doing what I can do with the beautiful day that we have to spend doing it. Teddy, no. Teddy, no. Get away from my pepper plants. Teddy! Get him, Juniper. No, don't. That would be a bad example. All right, hold please. Don't eat my pepper plants. Well, at least he only pulled it out of the thing. Got one leaf. That's not bad. Are you okay that I'm not putting rows in?
Yeah, absolutely. We're 2 weeks behind. It is shortcut 30. And I really appreciate that. You're doing this, so I don't have to. I can get all this other stuff done too. But if you need help, just let me know.
Will do.
Okay. Hey, pretty lady. You ready to go on a water run?
In the air-conditioned truck?
In the air-conditioned truck.
Yes. Okay, we got all the peppers planted and a tiny little row of fennel. This is the first time fennel has actually made it to planting time. We planted lots of varieties of peppers this year because we're still in the trial and error phase of what's actually going to grow in Willow. So far, of all the planting we've ever done in Alaska for peppers, it doesn't really matter what kind of pepper it is because it's not going to get big enough to do anything but make salsa out of. But this year, I'm going to at least pretend to try to keep things labeled. Okay, we got the water tank back. It's full of water. Mr. Reeve is starting to get the summertime water pump and generator set up. But I want to get these plants watered. It's getting really hot in that greenhouse. So I just set up a siphon system so that I can at least gravity feed the water. See if it works. Ta-da! That went way faster than I thought it was gonna go. Okay, we got it all nice and watered in here. It's a pretty hot day, not the best day to plant plants in the ground, but you know what? We're using what we got, and that is today. So now let's get the rest of this water out of the truck and see if we can get it in the water barrels without using fuel, without using the pump or the generator. Okay, so as long as the inlet or the end of the hose that's in the water tank is higher than the outlet or the other end of the hose, and the up and down of the hose after this point doesn't go up any higher than the water level in the tank, then the water should come out the other side by gravity. So the tank full of water is here in my truck, and the water barrel is over here. And even though this hose goes up, I don't know, 3 feet as tall as the barrel, it will still siphon into this barrel because the water level in that tank is higher than that little uphill. And also contributing to that is that I made sure the hose was all the way at the bottom. That creates a pull from the water here down the hose, up this little hill, and then way down into the barrel. Normally it takes about 40 minutes to fill up this barrel this way, so usually I set a timer and come back and then put it into the next barrel. No fuel necessary. Is it too warm for you guys? It's too warm? You gotta find the shade under a bench? Wow, must be summertime. What you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm getting this a little bit leveled out so that we can get our landscape fabric drug over here and laid out so that we're ready to do our transplants.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Well, this is our landscape fabric for the garden, but somehow I think we scooped up a bunch of dirt in there when we put it away. So now we have to try and wrestle it and that dirt into the garden.
You want to just do like, give it one good bit of air first and then run?
I think so.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Go!
So that didn't really work today.
Sorry. Well, that worked out way better than we thought, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
It went way faster. I remember last year it was way faster getting it put away than we thought too.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, how do we keep the chickens out of the garden? No, Teddy. No. Okay, on to the next project. Break. Now this is composite decking that we put down on the edges of this landscape fabric so the wind doesn't pick it up and sail it away, because we learned that last year. But last year we used rocks and sticks and stuff we had to move around a lot. But this composite decking is extremely heavy, and so we think we just have it on parallel sides. We think it's going to hold down pretty good, and this is this decking's second life, and it'll have a third life when next year it goes in for our decking, because this is some decking that Mr. Reeve got for free because he demoed somebody's deck so they didn't have to haul it away. Good job, Mr. Reeve. Did you babies find some shade? It's too hot, huh? Well, we thought we were dying at 62. We're dead at 84. Well, we made it to our first escape trip to the cold room.
Yep.
Cheers. It is way too hot outside for us. It was 62 earlier, and now it's 84. Oh, we already told them that.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, well, either way, sorry friends, I'm blocking you out. Because I wanted to stay cold in here,